Good day, everyone. This is your producer, Kotoze Mix, and today I'm here to show you how to perfectly mix your percussions on Cubase 5. And I'm talking about your juju music that we make here in Nigeria, how to perfectly mix your omele, your shekere, together with your talking drum and your drums, how to perfectly mix them together. But firstly, let me quickly mute every plugin I have put on this project we'll be working on today. So let me quickly do that now. So as I'm doing this, I like to tell you, recording your percussions and mixing them, there are different ways to achieve great results. There are different ways, but I'll just be showing you one of the ways that you can achieve results. But the first thing you have to know is that before you go to mixing, you must make sure your recording is perfectly done. You must make sure your recording is perfectly done and well processed before you start recording. Or else, if your recording is not perfectly well done, you have problem while mixing. So I'll just be using a simple way to just start my mix. So that is my clef, my shekere sounding. I think you can hear the talking drum. It is as neat as possible. It is well recorded into the door. Well recorded. Because I have removed all the plugin I used to mix it, now you can see it's just low and sounds very dry. Sounds very dry. Very dry. So I hope you can listen. That is my dry sound of my percussion. The drum set, you can hear the snare, you can hear the kick. The kick, I have to remove the analog kick I recorded because I do not enjoy it. So let's start with the clef. I think I love the way my clef is being recorded. So I'll just put up the volume a bit. So what I've done there, just level up the volume. I think I love it. And that is my shake. Then my shaker, which I brought out from Groove Drum Agent one. Groove Agent, if you know about Groove Agent from Cubase 5, you know it. So I just use GM percussion. Yeah, this one GM percussion. I use the shakere that is there, the shaker that is there to do my shakere, and it's giving me what I wanted. So I'm good to go about it. Okay, so let's see how my omele is being mixed. So you know, in Nigeria here, we recorded our omele in two versions. One will be a front, one will be front and one will be back. So I'm mixing the back now. So I have to cut the low. Just cut the low, then reduce my mid. I want it to sound as clean as possible. So I think you can hear it now, sounding well. I push up the volume a bit, so it's sounding the way I wanted. So that is the backing omele. Just I adjust small volume. Yeah. That is it. I think you can hear the sound. So I'll be doing the same thing from my front omele. So I did the same thing I did. So I'm not going to my mixer again, just did the same thing I did here, so I can feel the result. It's giving me what I wanted. It's giving me what I wanted. Doing the same thing. Yeah, the volume is balanced. So let's go to our talking drum and let's see how the talking drum is being mixed. You know, it is the one that will give the whole percussion groove, so it must sound as neat as possible and well tuned. So as I was saying the first time, that my talking drum is well tuned before recording. So I'll just be using a simple trick to push up the tuning to sound well balanced. Okay, before I do that, let me just pound my omele. Let me pound them correctly. So I'm pounding my omele, the backing and the back and the front. I'm pounding them right now. So my talking drum now to my talking drum. So let me just pick a portion for the mixing of the talking drum. So I'll just pick a loop portion. So I'm picking that portion for my looping. So let's get to the mixing of mid. So the first thing I'll do is just to cut the mid. Can you hear the sound? Even while cutting the mid is sound different immediately. Sounds different. The tuning is coming up. It is not balanced. So yeah, push my low end up a bit, and I'll do the same thing later for my high end. So I think I like the low end now. So my high end to do the same thing. Wow, it's coming up. Yeah, perfect. That's absolutely perfect. It's coming up. So yeah, I'll just copy what I've done for my first backing talking drum. So what I did here, I recorded 2 backing talking drum. So I'll be doing same mix for the first backing drum and the second backing drum. Backing talking drum, backing talking drum. I'll be doing same mix. I'll just copy what I've done for the first one and paste it into my second. Can you see? I already pasted it and it sounded the same thing. If you look at the settings for the second, it's the same thing with the first. Can you see? This is the first. So let me show you from my playlist here. That is my first and this is my second. That's same thing there. So what I'll now do is just to pound them correctly. I'll pound my first one about 70 to the left, and it's 70 for the second one to the right. I'm talking about my backing talking drum. So I've named them Gong Gong. It's time to mix our lead talking drum. You know, here we record our talking drum in 2 versions, sometimes 3 versions, but this week just 2 versions. I recorded 2 backing talking drum. One is panned to the left, one is panned to the right. I made a backing talking drum. So now there is a lead talking drum that is giving the talking drum, my talking drum, more groove. So I have already named it lead Gong Gong, and that is how we call it, a lead Gong Gong. So let's get to the mix. So I want it to sound more clean and more heavier than my backing talking drum and monitor. So first thing again, I'll be cutting my mid. Can you hear the difference? I'm boosting my high, then boosting my low end and my high end. Yeah, I love what I'm hearing now. I love what I'm hearing. That is That is nice. So let me play the three together. So can you see how it sounds? Can you see how it sounds? Now I will be sending both of the three talking drum, I mean my gong, I'll be sending them to a group. I will name the group gong. So I'll be sending them to a particular group and do some boosting on them so as to make them sound perfectly well. So I'm sending them already. I'm sending them to a group. Can you see the group? Yeah. So if I solo the group now, you see how it sounds. So I can work on the group now. Let me just do some EQ boosting here. So cut a little bit of mid as well, a little bit, just a little bit, not as much as possible. And low boosting, another high boosting. Can you see? It's not as much boosting. Then I'll use my studio EQ from Cubase to do my final boosting. Yeah, we'll cut a little bit of low as well, a little bit of mid, sorry, cutting a little bit of mid. Then can you hear that? Can you hear that sound? I hope you can hear it. It's sounding so beautiful, so heavy. Yeah, that is how a talking drum should sound in a well-mixed song. So I'll be using my SSL channel stereo just to push a little bit of compression. It is a plugin from Waves. If you are familiar with Waves, so you know this channel, SSL channel stereo. So just be pushing my compression. It's about 2.1. I'll be doing that now. So if you are familiar, that is the plugin. So I'm not doing any EQ. It has EQ, it has gate and compression, but I'll just work on compression just to make the volume to sound even. Okay, I'm doing about 2.1 compression on that. So that's what I'm doing there. So I love what I'm hearing now. I'm good to go with my talking drum. I love what I'm hearing. I think when the whole song is complete, I can do small adjustment, but for now my percussion is, can you hear everything? It sits in the mix. It sounds dope in the mix. You can try this out. If you have a good mic for recording and well-tuned talking drum, you can do it. Alright guys, this is what I have for you today. I hope you have learned one or two things here. If you have any question on these, you can just drop a comment for me in the comment box. I will reply you, or if you want to learn more, just hit me.